I'm hoping all of you can see the screen. This is what you will look at when you open the Moodle. So remember, there are 3 labs here and your section number should show here. If your section number is not showing here, that means you're not in my lab. Usually it does not happen, but once in a while it can. So please make sure either your section number is 011 or 012 or 034. These 3 labs are my lab. Okay, so please understand that's very, very important to check before you start the course. So it gives you a little bit overview. You understand anatomy physiology is basically the study of the structure and function. We have 11 systems, and all 11 systems are covered throughout the anatomy physiology 1 and 2 session. In the second session, which is this session, number of systems covered is much more, or more number of systems are covered than in 1. The only reason is in the summer, the AP1, we really cover, we go in depth, and in summer 2, we tend to cover more systems and go at a lesser depth than, we have to finish the course within a specified time. Okay, so you can see in here that there is a meet and greet session, which basically I want all of you to go over the self-introduction that I have so that you feel comfortable. For me being your instructor, the more you learn about me, it's easier for you to relate to me. So when you are sending an email, you can have a face to it. That's the main purpose of that self-introduction. Same thing applies to you. So I have about you. Okay, so please, you can put a clip, you can have a small video. If you don't want to do that, just write a couple of sentences. What is your major, what you're planning to do, why you're taking the course, anything that helps me to understand who you are. It is optional. I do want to mention that. It is optional, but I appreciate if you have it. That's it, okay? Before we go further, I want you to go into see this, this highlighted portion that I did, and it's in bold, so you cannot miss it. I cannot emphasize more on this. The responders with lockdown browser is absolutely a must. If you can't install that in your computer, you should not take the course, because you will not be able to take the exams. If you don't take the exams, you basically fail the exam, and I don't want you to be in that position. Please understand, it is absolutely must that everyone has the lockdown browser. So this is the time, this is the beginning of the semester. I want you to install the lockdown browser. I want you to check it so that everything is in place when you go for the test. I will have a demo test like a couple of days before, so that you can check your equipment, you can see the format and so on and so forth. But right now your job is to have the Respondus lockdown browser up and running, okay? Number 1. Number 2 is, if in case it happens that it's not working, it's just not working for you, something is going wrong. In that case, I want you to contact IT. Adelphi IT will help you with the process. So please understand, it is a must. Number 3 is, if you do not have a laptop that to work with, and you need one, I need you to send me an email, a personal email, not in the general information session. Send me a separate email. Do not forget to write the section number, and then from there, I will help you to get a laptop. I just want you to understand, it's Adelphi's laptop, so they have full control on it. So, but you will be able to take the test with Respondus browser with that laptop, okay? So going forward, I want you to understand there is a general information and course syllabi here. I can't emphasize more on one other thing, is that Whenever you send an email to me or the teaching assistants, please remember that you will have to write your section number. I have so many students, I do not remember which section you are. So it is absolutely a must that you write your section number. If you do not write your section number, I and or they will not be answering your emails. Okay, please understand. You will not be answered your email unless you write the section number, even if it is just a simple question. Okay, and then when you are so in the general information section, if we go in there, you will see there is a ebook information, there is a regular book information, and then there is a syllabi. I'm going to come to the syllabi at the end, but I just wanted to show you in the general information system, you have all of this so that you can take a look. Now, the best part and the most important part here is the general questions about the course. Any question you have, you should post it in here. Please do not send personal emails, because if you post it in here, the same question can be asked by your peers and they'll get the answer immediately. I answer these posts within like 2 to 3 hours, but I would like to say that we answer your posts within 24 to 48 hours, because anything emergency can happen. So you will get your answers far better, quicker, and it helps us also because we don't have to answer the same question over and over again. This is the same thing that you do in class, right? You raise your hand, you ask a question, and we answer that. Once we answer that, the other student who had the same question doesn't ask again. So please understand, this has been made in order to help everyone, and I would greatly appreciate if you post all your questions in the forum, and that will be answered as soon as possible. If you have anything private to write, something that you don't want others to know, you can definitely send an email, but remember, if the email should have the section number. Okay, so I will be posting all the Zoom meetings here and uploading the recording just in case for those who cannot make to the meeting. Since it is an asynchronous class, so none of the meetings are compulsory, so you can just view them whenever you get a chance, okay? So today, actually, this at 10 o'clock, most of the material will open, and you can see the practical exams are here. There will be 3 practical exams, and these are dated, so you know the dates. Usually these exams will start at 10 a.m. and it will remain open till 12 midnight, so that you can take them anytime you want. Okay, it is usually 50 questions. It is short answer, that means you have to type in the answer, and these questions you cannot go back, so it's sequential navigation. That means you cannot go back to the former question. Okay, so the details of the exams, I will post it, I will email you, you will have no questions regarding that. Okay, so we are actually going to start with the Q1 today, or we have started the Q1 today. And in this quarter, we have 3 sections. Number 1, the endocrine system, the digestive system, and the respiratory system. Each of these systems, you will see, has a video. The video is mainly my own video, so that you understand the importance of the course, you understand the parts that are important. I've tried to make these videos as easy as possible virtually. Okay, so I want you to visit these videos very well, because these videos are the one that will help you to study the course better. Apart from the videos, I have the PowerPoint. And then in this section, for the endocrine section, you will see there is a sheet called the hormone function. I can't emphasize more on this fact that this is super important. And because you will get questions from here. So these are the different hormones, these are the different glands, these are the function, and this is the target organ. We can ask you questions from this very page. This 2-page document can help you to do well in the exams. I want you to get started learning the names, learning the functions, learning the target organs, so that it helps you, it prepares you for your practical. Okay, so so you please understand that any of the information that I post in Moodle is related. I try to post as minimum as possible so that it's not cluttered, you don't feel overwhelmed. I try to do that as much as possible. So I really want you to understand that that any information that I have in Moodle is important, is something for you to go over it. So please don't skip a video, or maybe the PowerPoint, or maybe the images. So I want you to go, we will learn next is the images. So you will see in the image part, there are, from the lab, different images have been taken. Sometimes they are labeled, sometimes they are not labeled. If they're labeled, very good. If they're not labeled, you might want to make a printout of it and label it yourself. Okay, so try to, please understand, these are the images I primarily like to use for the practicum. So they are important, okay? So anything posted is important. I try to post things that are relevant to the course as minimum as possible, so that you're not overwhelmed with a lot of material and not have to cover a lot at the same time. Okay, so this is apart from that, the endocrine system also has histology. So you will see that I have posted the names and corresponding histology pictures of different tissues. And you will not be asked to specify anything within it, but you will be asked to specify the tissue. For example, let me go for one of them so that it makes more sense. If this is adipose tissue, so this slide might be there, and you may be asked what this tissue is. So you have to write tissue. So you will not be asked, what is this? What is this? So anything within the slide will not be asked, but you will be asked to identify the slide itself, okay? So okay, so here we are. So next is, so from there we go into digestive system, and you will see again, a description is there, videos are posted, images are there, and images, some of them are labeled. Okay, so most of them I've tried to make as much labeled so that you have no problems, but if in case there are some which are not labeled, please do it by yourself. Okay, the other is the respiratory system. I have my own video so that you understand it better. You have the class experience. Please understand, these videos are made so that you feel that you are in class. Okay, go through the video, rewind it, and go again. Before the test, do it again. So as many times you want, you can go over them in order to understand it better. Okay, so if I have covered a material in the video, it is important. Please understand that. That is what I'm emphasizing on. So it's very important to go over the material over and over again. Number one, you'll get the class experience, and number two, you'll learn the material faster. So so from there, these are, then comes the, you will see then gradually there's Q2, then Q3, and the fourth quarter really is for grades and conferences, which ends the semester. So I'm going to go over the assignments now, and it's pretty much the same. Okay, remember quarter one has all of this. So quarter two will have cardiovascular system and some lymphatic system. Quarter three has urinary system and reproductive system. So the layout is same. It's just that the systems are different. So apart from learning the material, there are some assignments that you need to do. Okay, so let's understand those assignments. So you can see it in here that there are 3 assignments, as you can see. Number 1 is a pre-lab quiz. There is a review sheet and there is a vocabulary. Okay, so what is a pre-lab quiz? If you open your lab manual of each section, for example, if you're doing endocrine system as it's labeled here, there's a pre-lab quiz at the beginning of the chapter. Okay, that beginning of the chapter, that pre-lab quiz, either you can do it and take a picture and upload it, or you can, you know, just write it in the book and just take a picture and upload it. You can do it electronically. It is available. The ebook gives an option. I have listed it up in the general information section. You can do it that way. We do not care how you do it. As long as you have uploaded the assignment, that's what I'm looking for. I want you to be aware, very, very important this is, that whatever you upload must be labeled well. Okay, so for example, you must write pre-lab quiz, endocrine system, and your name. And I have given you examples of how to label it in the syllabi, so you should not have a problem. Okay, and remember, if there are multiple pages for upload, you have to be able to put it in one document and upload it. Okay, again, each of these documents should be labeled properly. Okay, again, only one document should be uploaded. For example, for pre-lab quiz, one document. There might be multiple pages in one document, but only one document should be uploaded. Number 2, review sheet, same thing. Only one document should be uploaded, must be labeled. It can have different pages, but only one document which is labeled must be uploaded. Okay, and then for the endocrine system, so this is the endocrine system, and I will post it within today. You will see that what is to be done in the vocabulary, which is basically you will be adding terms from the term sheet or related to the system. In it, number of terms are listed in the assignment, and you shouldn't have any problems. Okay, so the vocabulary is made in such a way that you can go to different words. It's like a dictionary. You can go to different words and upload it. The sooner you do it, it's easier for you, because once a student has uploaded a term, you can't upload it again. Okay, so remember, we will be counting the number of terms because it's listed how many terms you have to do. So make sure you upload the terms corresponding to the system in the vocabulary sheet. Okay, before I end the assignment part, I want you to understand that the syllabus has due dates, okay? And it is absolutely necessary that you keep to those due dates. It is asynchronous and self-paced, 3 times the pace than the normal semester. So please understand those due dates have to be met. Otherwise, it will be very hard for you to finish the course. So we are here to help you, but remember, unless you put in your maximum 100%, it's going to be very hard for you to navigate through the course. So please keep to the due dates, and that will help you to go forward to the next section. Because if you pile everything at the end, it is practically impossible for you to go to the next section. And number 1, and number 2 is, if you do not submit it within the due date, we deduct points for the next day submission, and I will be giving you 0 if later you submit it. So it's not even possible for you to get any grades, although assignments are 50% of your grades. So please understand, it is important to keep in mind how to navigate through the course and make sure that you think over and make deadlines for your due date so that you can submit all the assignments within the specified time. Okay, so this actually ends the first quarter with all the systems, and then from there we will go into the second quarter with its assignments and third quarter with its assignments. Okay, so that's basically the layout of the course. What I'm going to do right now is I am going to go into the syllabus. Okay, so here we are. So please understand that the syllabus is made in such a way that it is a asynchronous course and you get all the information from here. You should keep it handy. You should remember that this is something that you need. And if there is any concern regarding the syllabus, I urge you to write to me, okay? In the general information section, if you in that portal, if you mention anything, I will take a look. And remember, nobody is off bounds of mistakes. And I really appreciate if my students tell me that this is not working, or that there's a mistake in here, or can you please look into this, something is wrong. And I will check. I will let you know what's going on, and absolutely not a problem at all. Okay, so we can communicate as we go along. So this is, as you can see, it is Anatomy Physiology 2, Summer 2, and the start date is there. It's a modality. It is an asynchronous modality. We have about 5 weeks to complete it. And this is information regarding the student disability statement, or the access to student access office. And those who get a special extra time, please email me with your documentation so that I can make sure that I can give you extra time for your practical exams. These are the library support, student financial services. Please take a look. And the Office of Register contact is here. These are the other resources that's available. This is Academic Service and Retention, Learning Center, Information Technology. I can't emphasize more how important this IT is, okay? This information of IT support is absolutely necessary. You will see throughout the course, you will need their help. So keep it handy, whenever you need some help, you may be able to contact them. Always remember, whenever you send an email to the IT, always CC me, okay? So because once you send, they sent me an information, and if I'm unaware of it, I can't help you. So whenever you're sending any information to IT, make sure you CC or copy it to me. There are certain learning objectives. We learn the overall structure and function. We learn about how to dissect dissections. We will be doing a little bit here and there. We learn about living and non-living systems. We manipulate variables through computer simulations. We will be doing assignments related to the course, and so on and so forth. Okay. I want you to understand that the course consists of a lecture and a lab. So I am not your lecture professor. I'm your lab professor. So you must have a lecture professor. So I have in the Moodle a section where you have to upload an acknowledgement saying that I have read the syllabus, and this is my lecture professor, and this is my section number, so that there is no mistake in the process, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you are in my lab and you don't have a lecture professor, you won't get a grade. So it is absolutely necessary that you have a lecture and a lab component tied with it. So number of credits is 4 + 0 for most of the majors, except for bio majors who have to take both Anatomy Physiology 1 and 2 in order to get the 4 credits. Okay. Communication, of course, communication is a key to the success of the course because it's an asynchronous course. And for that, I have the general question portal in Moodle. So please understand that's the best way to communicate. Number two is each course has an assigned teaching assistant, and that assistant should help you to answer most of your question. Always email me, copy me whenever you're approaching your TA. Remember, your sending me a copy of the emails will help me to understand your situation. If later, if you need me, I can help you. If I'm not aware of the situation, I can't help you. So every email, you should copy me. The other thing is every email should have the section number listed. If the section number is not listed, please remember, we will not be able to help you. Exam policy, and I went over that. We have 3 labs exams that will be going on. And these 3 labs are 100 points each, of which 50 points is for the practicum and rest 50 is for assignments and class participation. I'm going to go over the grading right now a little later, so please understand those. So the entire 100 points for each exam is divided. So 50 points for the lab practicum, and rest of the assignments and class participation has its own points. The question again, the lab exams are short answers, as I said before. You will have from 10 a.m. to 12 midnight to complete the course. So, and it is sequential, so you will not be able to go back to the former questions. The dates of the exams are posted. I'll go into the schedule and you will be able to see. So those are important things to remember. Next is assignments. I went over this in Moodle, so I'm hoping that you understand it. And I want just to emphasize one thing is this. You can see this. This is how you should be uploading the assignments so that we know which assignment it is and from which section number it is. Or you can put your name also in addition to this. Zoom meetings are optional, as I said. Feedback, you will get your exams back. I usually try to give it to you within 24 to 48 hours, but we keep it to 1 week. Sometimes there are technical problems, we are unable to access it, but all practicals are graded manually. So you please understand, because the computer tends to, whatever answer I've given, that's the answer it will correct, and rest they'll give it wrong. So we correct it manually. So I want you to appreciate that, and please understand that we need time for that. And if that time you do not give me, then it's just, I won't be able to help you or serve you properly. So although we try to give the grades as soon as possible, but within a week, definitely you'll get your grades. And after the grades are given, I open the practicum so that you can check your answers. You will be getting about 10 hours or maybe some time of that, and then the exam will close. This is a grading policy. So there will be 3 lab exams, which is of 50 points each. Then there are lab assignments, as I said, and then the class participation. Total, there are 300 points, which is divided into 3 sections. It is called Practical Exam 1. Practical Exam 1 consists of 50 points for the practical itself, and rest for pre-lab quiz, review quiz, and the vocabulary and the class participation. All together, that's 50%. So together it's 100 points. So in total, there are three exams of this type, or 3 quarters, I would say, and each of them are 100 points. Going further down, so here, this is the schedule. And we are starting from today, so you can see these are the 3 systems. And I have listed the assignment with all of the information in here and the due date. So I'm hoping that you do not have any problems understanding the course, okay? If you do, please post it in the general information forum and I will try to help as much as possible. So here we go. So this is all about the course, the assignments, the due dates, etc. Okay. So this actually is a overview of the